Yeah, going
Yeah.
live. Wow, man, there's a lot of things. There go.
I think we are live already.
Yes, we
Yeah.
are. Yeah, live. Yes. Rush, you can start at 10 o'clock sharp.
Okay. Okay.
Oh, 3 more minutes to go. Yeah.
Yep.
Right, you can see a few viewers coming. Well, I can see Rauhi now. Yeah. I try to mute my. Yeah, hello. Yeah, set up. You're using your your desktop and your phone, or your phone actually?
My laptop.
Your laptop, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm switching on the Facebook as well, but I have to mute it because of the sound, the voice differences.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
So I think I should use. Can I use headphone?
Can you can use?
Maybe,
No,
maybe
actually,
not.
it's okay. It's okay. It's okay. You can use the thing. I'm just saying, if you open up the Facebook, then you will have a delay in the voice. If you don't open, it's okay.
Don't open it yet.
Yeah. No, if you open the Facebook, then you have to switch it off. Or you want to use the earphone also can, because then it will be clearer for you when we discuss.
Guys, 1 more minute, yeah?
Yeah,
1 more minute, then I'll
Hafiz is
start.
up. Yeah. Well, 1 minute. Yeah, Hafiz. How are you, Hafiz? Hafiz is in. Yeah, Ken, Hafiz just log in.
It's in now, but Hafiz, can you switch on your camera so we all can see you and the audience?
Hi. Is it okay now? Is it okay now?
Hafiz, Hafiz, can you hear us?
Okay, guys. Yes,
Dr. Chong, your mic.
Yeah. I close up because I'm. Yeah.
Sarah, is Hafiz joining us today?
Yes. Can you
Okay,
hear me now?
he needs to switch on his camera, and yes, I can hear you.
Yeah. Okay. Good.
Yeah, Hafiz needs to switch on his camera and the audio. Rush, it's 10 o'clock now. We can start.
I start, Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Good morning, everyone. Thank you for joining in with us today for our second forum, titled Study Early Childhood Education, Leading Education for Tomorrow's Leader. And with us today, we have our head of program for Diploma Early Childhood from UCSI College, Ms. Sarah. Good morning, Ms. Sarah.
Hello. Good morning.
And Dr. Chong, Vice President of Academic Affairs from UCSI College. So yeah, Ms. Sarah, shall we talk about early childhood or diploma?
All right. So talking about studying early childhood in
early childhood education in UCSI College. So leading towards the future, tomorrow's leader, education for tomorrow's leader. So before I proceed, I would like to introduce myself. So my name is Sarah. So I am head of program as well as one of the lecturer at UCSI College for Diploma in Early Childhood Education. So moving forward, why study early childhood education is important? Okay, what makes early childhood education is important? So before I proceed, I would like to share with you the PowerPoint slides. Okay, so let me share the screen.
In the meantime, guys, please like our page and please share our page and share this video to everyone and anyone you know. And let's get the comments coming in. We'll get the speakers to answer you, yeah? So please send in all your questions.
All right, so moving forward, wait, let me share the first slide first. All right, so study early childhood education, leading education for tomorrow's leader. So before I proceed, I would like to share with you with some of my experiences. All right, so July 5th, 2010, I had my first experience working with young children, and I have now actually been in a field for about 10 years. So more or less about 10 years, right? So pretty scary though. Things have changed when I was started my work for the preschool as an assistant teacher in Bangsa. All right, so I was hired to teach the young children. And by the way, Sarah, would you like to work with these 2 and 3 years old children? And so I have this incredible memory of sitting with those 2 and 3 years old in the classroom. So playing with them and guide them to do art and craft. So letting them wearing apron, letting them to paint the brush, use the brush to paint, and sometimes they would eat the watercolor. They would do their thing, and there was something kind of magic. Okay, and beginning to happen. So that was the beginning of the journey of these 10 years. All right, so I have seen an enormous amount of trends happens in these periods. Okay, so some are really exciting. All right, some are rather depressing. Yeah, of course, it will be depressing dealing with the young children. But I think early childhood education in this day right now, okay, is probably in its most interesting and challenging place. All right, so but it is the best opportunity because people are beginning to understand the importance of what happens in early life. All right, so yeah.
All right. Thank you, Ms. Sarah.
I would like to proceed. Okay, so but I can see the trends in early childhood education now. It's going to it is different. Okay, because this day right now is probably the biggest challenge that they had would be maybe traumatized children. Okay.
Yeah, traumatized children. Yep.
And also the teachers itself are not ready to be the teachers. That is the thing that we are seeing nowadays. Okay, and at the same time, okay, I can see in the school setting nowadays. Okay, they ask the children to walk on the hallway and doing like this, and that is so not a situation for the children needs to deal with. Okay, at a very young age. All right, so this is the time that we should know what are the importance, okay, the true impact of early childhood education, because we should understand how cruel is, how ruthless is the situation is now. Okay, so that is why, okay, going to the importance of true impact of early childhood. Okay, so so this is something that we should help the teachers, okay, to begin to understand what do we need in classroom today. Okay, so even though this is the time that we should encourage them to have a good soul. Okay, so we need to factor children's soul first. Okay, so we need to understand even though they are throwing the chair in the classroom, even though they are spitting at you, but we need to understand their soul first. We need to be at their shoes, like putting ourselves
Yeah,
in
that
right.
usually
Yeah.
there's a drive to that type of behavior.
Yeah, exactly. All right. So that is why some of the research implications were saying that, okay, the very first 5 years of life, okay, is very, very important for the children's brain development. So we need to cater these early years of life, okay, to ensure that they are having a good environment, to have a good teachers. Okay, so this is why studying early childhood education is important. So not to only know on how to do the lesson plan to teach, but on how to deal with the young children. Okay, and how to have the right approaches to teach the young children. Okay, because we know that recently we have like 21st generation of teachers, and it's not easy to have millennials teachers nowadays, because they do have their own baggage. They do have their own
Yeah, okay.
social baggage, social issues and whatnot. So,
Mhm.
but in order for us to ensure that the children are having a great education, it should start from the teachers, the future teachers as well. Okay, all right. So, what should be done? Okay, moving forward. So after the research implication, what should be done? Um, all right, so we should know that, okay, one of the we should know that it is really exciting, okay, with 100 years worth of research and observational theory, and we know that all behavior has meaning.
Yes,
Remember
correct,
that.
correct.
Yeah, we should remember
Yes,
that
yes.
all behavior that the children are having is is it is having its own meaning. So we should understand why and how to deal with it. And this is the time that we should um, understand the families, okay, the family background, the family cultures.
Yeah, the
So
dynamics of family has,
yeah.
yeah.
All right, so it should be synchronized into the system, okay, because dealing with the young children in the preschool setting would be different, and dealing with the young children in the home setting would be different. So teachers plays an important role to develop their emotional, um, to develop their stability in dealing with life, okay, the world surrounding them. Okay,
Yes, yes,
we
yes.
know that I'm not sure whether you have seen this movie. Is it? Um, I think it's about the 5 emotions.
Oh,
It has joy, sadness.
it's a cartoon.
Yeah, yeah, it's
It's a
cartoon.
Disney cartoon. I know that movie. It's on my mind, but I just don't remember the
Um,
um.
what is the name? Yeah,
Yeah, they have happy, they have sad,
yeah,
they have anger and
happiness,
all.
fearful.
Yep, yep.
What is the
And
name?
how each yeah, I really don't remember, but I think
So yeah, that kind of movie. I think, yeah, I forgot what's the name. Do you have any idea? So let me
Inside
tell you.
Out.
Yes, it's Inside Out. Very good. Thank you very much.
inside. Yes.
Yeah. So this is the crucial time. Okay, the very first 5 years of life, they are dealing with their emotions. Okay, this is the time that we should develop their emotion first. Okay, so because when the emotion is good, okay, the emotion is safe, then they will be socially safe, and they will be uh, play safely, and they would, yeah, they would definitely be happy in in experiencing their surrounding. Okay, all right, so
Yeah.
these are the five, yeah, moving forward, so these are the five critical components, okay, that we should do, okay, in order to ensure that the children, sorry, to ensure that the children are having a good um, a good behavior, or to have a happy life. Okay, all right, so so first of all, okay, teachers must understand the emotional development of the children in the classroom. So that is the very first thing. Okay, so they must understand the emotional development of children. Okay, because now that is a one-directional piece earlier. So that I mentioned before. So that is the very first thing that we should consider. Okay, with the young children. Okay, all right. So in addition, all right, we have to help teachers to understand who they are. Okay, what is their emotional baggage? Okay, what is their social baggage? Okay, because we know that sometimes they don't have enough money to buy their own breakfast. Okay, they need to let the child at home to wake up early in the morning to send them to school. So yeah, teachers should understand who they are. Okay, all right. So and we should also, we are going back to the emotion, yeah, fearness, sadness, happy, sad.
The 5 main emotions.
Yeah, the 5 main emotions. It should be we should understand their own temperament. Okay, we should understand the children, whether they are fierce or they are fearful, or why they are aggressive,
Secured, not secured.
yeah, flexible or not flexible. So, and it has been done, some research has been done where the data says early educators have a tendency to be a more fearful temperamental profession. So we have to have a teacher that comes out of a fearful temperament. Okay, so that is why we need to understand the teachers first. All right, because when we know that teachers that comes out of a fearful temperament, they are working with aggressive kids or traumatized kids, they have the tendency to oppress the child. So we have to have the teachers, okay, to begin with, okay, to understand their inner soul first. Okay, in order to understand other people's soul, we should understand our own soul. Yeah, that's true. So that's the key components. Okay, the key components to become a teacher. Yeah, towards education in to future leader. All right, and then. And we should,
Rosini, maybe Sarah, I also want to mention that I think Hafiz is with us now.
Yeah,
sure. Is he in already?
Yeah, sure. He's in. You may continue.
In the discussion as well.
Yeah.
Since there are viewers that are coming in, maybe we can discuss a little bit more before we proceed further also.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, sure.
So yeah. How about?
Okay. Yeah. Yes, guys. Mr. Hafiz is the lecturer from UCSI College. Yeah. So good morning, Mr. Hafiz.
Yes. Good morning.
All right, sure. Guys, you can actually bring the questions in. I'll get the speakers to talk to us. Please like this video and share this video with whoever and everyone.
Okay.
All right. Because we want the interactive sessions to be up, and also since not often that our lecturers and also our head of programs are live with the rest of the world. So it's actually the best time to interact with us and talk about the early childhood education, which is so important nowadays, especially during the MCO period, and also moving forward as things may have changed and evolved. Suddenly that you see kids going online. I know that we talked about the 5 criteria behavior. I don't know whether we'll be soon coming with a theory of 6 behavior. Because of the online behavior,
technology,
maybe some theories and academicians will start exploring these new phenomena. Yep.
Yes.
Yeah. Any questions from the ground? I think that is we want to hear from the ground actually.
Yes. Any questions, guys?
Quite an early morning quiet.
Yeah. All right, no problem. We can go on with Miss Sarah first, and if there's any questions in between, I will just I'll just prompt you.
Yeah, because Hafiz can actually interject as well, Hafiz, as he
sure.
Yeah, all right.
Okay, sure.
Yeah.
Thank you.
All right, sure. Go,
Yeah, maybe we can proceed with Sir Hafiz.
Yep.
Do you want to add up anything, information?
Sure, Mr. Hafiz.
Okay. Thank you, Sarah, Dr. John, and Shini, and Ken.
Hey, morning.
Okay. Good
morning.
morning, everyone. Okay. So I want to share the experience based on my families. Okay. Actually, my kids
A bit
6 years old.
louder,
Mr. Hafiz, a bit,
Yes.
a
Sorry.
yeah,
bit
a bit
louder.
louder, please.
A bit closer to your
The
phone.
speaker. Okay. Okay. My kids 6 years old.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, during MCO,
Mm-hmm.
the way how he communicate with his teacher using
Mm-hmm.
team link. So every day they have the class, online class, 9:30 until 10 o'clock, 10 a.m.
Okay.
Okay,
Okay.
30 minutes daily from Monday to Friday using
Okay.
team link to communicate. So we can see here the demands. Okay, the demands even is not, there is no interaction, physical interaction, but the teachers
Mm-hmm.
still communicate with the students, the kids. Can you imagine 6 years old childrens using online
Yeah.
learning? Okay,
Yes.
it's difficult actually to handle, a bit noisy in
With the
terms of
distractions and
audio.
everything.
Yeah, everything.
Yes.
But the way I'm talking about the teachers, the passion
Mm-hmm.
is the passion, the teacher itself. Okay, try. Even do not use excuse because we are under MCO, we cannot communicate with the student and so on. No. Actually, right now there is no issues. Everything's is there. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
so as long as you have internet, you can communicate with your student. It doesn't matter, even
Yeah. Yes.
children's, teenagers, adult, no problem. Whether you, what important is you need to ask yourself whether you want or not. That's it. You want or not. If you want, if you are willing, just proceed. So first, I can see that there is no limit. Okay, there is no
Yes.
limit. Yes, of course. When we're talking about early childhood, we need physical interaction, right? But
Mm-hmm.
right now,
Yes.
teacher can support with a lot of quizzes. Okay, the software. Okay, the quizzes they give the homework so children can have interaction with the students. So I can see right now the demand is there. The demand is there. Okay, demands of early childhood education, but
Mm-hmm.
the parent right now they can feel, so previously everything they just let to the teachers, right? Okay, for
Yes.
example, they send the money every, so right now 24 hours, can you imagine? Okay, how early childhood teacher dealing with the children's daily, can you see? It's not,
Yeah.
normally they just keep complaining, why I already sent my kid 6 months, why my kids cannot read, do not recognize the letters and so on. But right now you
Mm-hmm.
see, so the important when we're talking about early childhood, for me personally, I can see we are not focusing on academic itself, but we're focusing
Mm-hmm.
on domains of development, whether
Yes.
physical development, cognitive development, social development, language development, and so on. So we need to compress everything together. So this is the important when we're talking about the early childhood education. Okay. So right now, I think that's it. Okay. Later
Okay.
on,
Thank you
we
so
will
much,
continue.
Miss. Yeah,
Yes.
thank you so much, Mr. Hafiz. Any questions, guys? Please get the questions coming in. We'll get the speakers to answer y'all. And please share this video, yeah, with everyone. And like our page, UCSI College. All right. Meanwhile, we're waiting for their questions. Miss Sarah, you have anything to say?
Yep. So basically, when we understand that leading education for tomorrow's leaders, why is it important? Okay, because we know that we are developing the future generations. Okay, so it is understandable that, yeah, as Mr. Hafiz said, we should have a look at the holistic lens, be comprehensive. It should be comprehensive. Okay,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
in understanding the young children, okay, we should also know that they are our future leaders. So we should understand that a great leader must be nurtured from the very beginning. So did you know that we can develop their leadership skills since inside the womb? So that is
Yes.
so
True.
interesting. Okay, so knowing that leadership is, I mean, future leaders is very important in our future generation. Okay, so preparation for today will reduce the number of social issues that we have today. So as what I mentioned just now, the early years is very, very important, okay, because all behaviors that the children are doing is having a meaning, okay. So we want to reduce the number of social issues, okay, because we know that this is the cost effectiveness of early childhood education. So it is a great investment, okay. So early investment in our education. So that is why early childhood education, studying early childhood education is very, very important, okay.
Yep. All right.
Right.
Sure.
Moving forward.
Hold on,
Sure.
Miss Sarah. Mr. I think it's Mr. Hichem. Good morning. Hello, sir. You just sent in a comment. You can ask us any questions, sir. We'll get the speakers to answer you. Right. Miss Sarah, you can go on.
Yeah, sure.
All right.
Should I get the questions in? Not yet.
No, the questions are not in yet.
All right,
I have
sure.
a set of questions that I ask you after this, and Mr. Hisham and Dr. Chong as well. But you can go on with your presentation first, and then we'll get on with the questions.
All right. So in order to create a new generation, okay, so by having this early childhood education program, it can promote the children's voice as a child agency to engage with eco-friendly policies, okay, because it is understandable that from the Western perspectives, they already know the importance of early childhood education, the impact of early childhood education from 100 years back. But in Malaysia itself, Malaysian context, they are starting to recognize, starting to understand the importance of early childhood education. So that is why moving forward, as we know that the minimum requirement to be a preschool teacher is to have at least a diploma in early childhood education. So I believe that UCSI College would be the best platform for everyone who wanted to study early childhood education. Why not?
Yes, yes, true.
All right. So and moving forward, okay, so it is important to lead the education for tomorrow's leader, because we want to empower the nurture and nature cycle. So in terms of genetic restructure, in terms of early experience, and also parenting style. So when learning about early childhood education, then future teachers would have a knowledge, would have an idea on how to deal with the parents and how to deal with the families and the young children, most importantly.
It's a big group of people to come together as one to actually bring one child up. It takes a village to bring a child up, actually.
Yeah, exactly. Like I'm not sure if in English proverbs, but in Malay proverbs, melentur buluh biarlah dari rebungnya. So we should start as early as possible. So it's very, very important. Okay. All right. Yeah.
Sure.
And
I have a question actually on that because early childhood is such an important education, and we are here training our future teachers, I would say. How is the government involved in this initiative?
Yeah, I think I can let Mr. Hafiz to share.
The government side, you know. Is it a requirement, you know, as you know, since it's so important? How is the government's role in this initiative?
It's true. If we can see previously, okay, you know, Permata Negara, okay, the first during the former Prime Minister previous, okay.
Hafiz, you have to be closer to your microphone, I think, because the voice is a bit soft.
It's soft, Mr. Hafiz. Yeah,
very soft.
Let me check. Okay, hopefully it's clear, right? Okay. Clear, Sarah? Okay.
Yeah, better.
Okay, better. Okay, you know, have you heard the Permata Negara previously? Curriculum
Yeah,
program.
Permata.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yes,
Yeah.
it's compulsory for those who want to operate, to teach for nursery. Okay, it's compulsory. Anyway, we're talking about the policy according to the government. We can divide it into two. Actually, the first one under JKM, Jabatan Kebajikan Masyarakat, and then the second one under KPM, Kementerian Pendidikan. Okay, for nursery, of course, under JKM. That one, it's compulsory for those who are teacher need to having their own sijil asuhan, or we call it KAP, the peribahasa. So I believe, yes, of course government support everything, and then if you can see each um, building or under government, they need to prepare the taska under government. Okay, so with the policy, and then they have the grant, the privilege, they have grant. Okay, for those who open kindergarten, they give, if I'm not mistaken, 10,000. Okay, 10,000 grant for 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 center, okay, to operate that
Mm.
one. Okay, and then we can see the government nowadays. Okay, when during to MCO, I can see they will have the new policy. Okay, the new decisions, especially when we're talking about the early childhood education. So far, I think right now that's it. Okay.
Okay, okay. Thank you
Yeah,
so.
actually, it's very important, yeah, because if I send my children to early childhood education, early childhood center, I would expect, because children being children, they are so young, they don't know how to express themselves sometimes. It is important that this sector is well monitored, so that the lecturers, the teachers are professional, and they are registered properly. And that is very important, because early childhood, like both of you, Roshini and Sarah, mentioned correctly, melentur out dari rebungnya, and then so things is so important. The monitoring, the registration have to be seriously monitored, and the qualification of teachers is vital. We cannot have anyone who perhaps don't understand the children's psychology to then lead the center, isn't it?
Yeah, true.
Yeah,
I'm
true.
just reflecting
Very
what
true.
Hafiz have just said as well.
Yeah, sure. True.
Yes, yes.
It's very true.
But moving forward, as far as this education is concerned, for those who want to study this program, one thing I can see is the employability. The moment government sit in and
Yes.
understand the importance of this, then with a proper license and proper teachers, I think everybody is talking about employability nowadays,
Yeah,
especially
true.
during MCO. And I believe early childhood is one of the guaranteed employability program.
Yeah,
Yeah, you
true.
can go
Exactly.
both way, right? Employment,
Yeah.
or you can open up your own education childcare, center, all this. Yeah. I
Yeah.
see it from the academic point of view, and I also see it from employability point of view, which is vital.
Yeah, as you can
Yes.
see that
Vital service.
yeah, exactly. As you can see that there are a lot of branches, like a preschool setting are having, yeah, it's like mushrooming nowadays. So you can see a lot of preschool setting. So definitely early childhood education program is very important to have qualified teachers, okay, to have their own early childhood teaching principles. So that is why learning early childhood education is important now, and we can see that nowadays, even though the experienced teacher, they still have a look to further their studies in their diploma, because they understand the importance of having this diploma in early childhood education as a
Yes.
teacher. Yeah.
I'd just like to ask you something, Miss Sarah or Mr. Hafiz, or even Dr. Chong. Okay, well, people say it's hard to control or deal with children. Share your opinion with us. Maybe just a short experience dealing with children.
Yeah, that is why going back to the teachers itself, teachers need to understand they themselves. We understand that when taking early childhood education, we are very passionate with the young children, and we should understand they are having a different kinds of behaviors. And this is the time that the teachers should understand on how to manage the young children. Yeah, with this kind of um, temperament, with this kind of challenging behaviors. Okay, don't want to listen to the teachers when we ask them to have their snack, they will not take their snack. So this is the time that we should cater their soul, cater back their emotions. Okay, tackle them. Okay, try to tackle them. Try to be passionate. Okay, when dealing with the young children. So yeah, I believe that is
Okay.
the most.
Thank you, Miss Sarah. Just okay, I'm going to open the questions now. I'm going to start asking the questions that we have here that we've gotten from parents and everyone around. Currently, we are in a technology world, right?
Yeah, sure.
Everything's about technology now, but it's also said that exposing young kids to phones or tablets or computers is not a good idea. It affects them in many ways, right? The disadvantages are there. So what is your point of view? Would parents be considered outdated if they choose not to get their children exposed to the technology world? Or how can we strike a balance? What can be done? Like now
Right.
having MCO here, we have no choice but to get them on the computer, right? So
Yeah,
what is
exactly.
your point of view?
I think we can start with Mr. Hafiz
Yes,
first.
I try.
Yeah,
Okay,
Mr. Hafiz.
Rosini, is it clear my voice right now?
It's a bit soft, Mr.
So
Hafiz. Can you just
I
live?
so many times try using
Uh,
this
by
camera.
the way, Hafiz is one of the best person to comment on this because his background is actually on online teaching.
Okay.
Oh,
Hafiz.
Okay.
okay. Yes,
Maybe
Mr.
you,
Hafiz.
Hafiz
Yeah.
can share his
I
background.
try.
Then you
I
can
try.
see his
Okay.
credential in our team, where
Okay.
this is the major person that before MCO, which I don't know MCO is happening or COVID-19 is happening, we
Okay.
recruited him
Okay. Okay.
basically on that ground.
Okay.
Yeah, sure.
Is
Yes,
it
Mr.
clear my
Hafiz.
voice, Rosini?
Yeah, Roshi. Yeah,
Clear.
it's better. It's better.
Better. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. First thing I want to use, I call it electronic babysitters. The smartphone. Okay. The
Okay.
smartphone, whatever gadget you have, we can call it, this is electronic babysitters. When your
Okay.
kids tantrum and so on, when you give the gadget, automatically they keep silent.
Yes.
Am I right?
Yes. Yes.
Yes.
Yes.
So
Yes.
no,
True.
no, so right now, nowadays,
Uh-huh.
we call it, this is electronic babysitters. No need,
Yeah. True.
the physical the physical babysitters. So because it demands, okay. But anyway, there is pro and cons. Okay, when we're talking about the gadget, electronic and IT and gadget and so on, this is I can call it. There is pro and cons. Depend on us. Okay, but anyway, if you want to use this gadget to your children, make sure not more than 2 hours per day. Okay,
Oh,
according to the
okay.
research,
Uh-huh.
they found out that not more than 2 hours per day. So you need to limit. Sometimes they need the real one, sensory, the real one, but at the same time,
Mm-hmm.
we can apply this one. But due to the MCO, so we can try. For me, I can see 2 hours enough
Mm-hmm.
already. Instead of they just play for nothing, why not they
Mm-hmm.
are using their gadget with the something meaningful, and then they can learn something. Okay, because this is maybe it's good for, they have everything, I call it, because they have
Yeah.
interaction, they have audio, they have the multimedia, and so on. So
Mm-hmm.
it's good, it can be two ways communication. I'm not talking this gadget can replace the teachers. Okay,
Yes.
we
Yes.
need the real
Understood.
teacher, but at the
Yes.
same time, this is, we call it, to enhance. Okay, to
Enhance.
enhance
Right.
their learning. Okay, so remember the first terms that we can apply right now, this is electronic babysitters. Okay, I hope
Yeah.
you can agree with me, right? If you have kids,
Yes.
okay, you say, mama, I'm busy and so on, you give the gadget to your children, automatically they just keep silent. They are focusing
Yeah.
on their gadget. We play with the
True.
Angry Bird, Minecraft, it doesn't matter. But we need something that is meaning. Okay, there is meaningful. Okay, it's learning. Okay, as long as this learning process can occur, it's okay, no problem, should be okay. So the first thing, remember, this is electronic babysitters. Okay, thank
Mm-hmm.
you. Okay.
All right. So I
All right.
think I would like to add more,
Yes.
okay,
Yes, Miss Sarah.
regarding these questions. as we know that there are pro and cons about using gadgets for the young children. They would have a positive impact. They would have a negative impact of using excessive gadgets. Okay, if we use more than 2 hours in a day, so it will be having a negative effects for the young children. So namely, they might have their vision problem. Okay, they might have their speech or delay language, because language delay, because they are referring too much on the phones. Okay, they would just keep quiet and listen to that video, and then they would have an attention deficits problem. So going back to the challenging behavior, all right, and they would also have learning problems or anxiety or childhood depression. So we might say childhood depression because they would get depressed if they didn't get their phones. So that is why we need to limit the time of using the handphones, okay, because we don't want to have the negative impact on their character as well. Okay, they will be rebellious. Okay, they don't want to listen to you. They just want to really depending too much on the gadgets. So yeah, that is why. Okay, because smartphones nowadays, okay, kids are getting phones at a younger age now. Okay, so in the 2012, 12 months, okay, we started to give the baby handphones. Okay, so then in the year of 2016, 10 months, we already started to give the handphones. Okay, but yeah, that is why, because it's getting more and more nowadays. Like the earlier they start giving the phones towards the young children, that is the case that we are worried about. We can introduce to them, but not as early as possible. And yeah, we should limit the time. The best is to limit the time. Yeah, why not?
Actually, I have one interesting question here, everybody. It's about our early childhood education. How about people who like to learn about early childhood and get their diploma and degree and wanted to go overseas to work?
Well, as far as I'm concerned, in the UK, they need to take another postgraduate certificate in education in order to work with the young children at the preschool. And they also concerned about our disciplinary case. Do we have any issues behind it? So yeah, they would consider that when working with
there's a difference between developing and developed world, so-called, we have been classified in such a manner. I remember Singapore, they don't have a big family, one child, 2 childs per family, but all these children, like what Hafiz, the term used from Mata. So it's like they don't mind paying a lot of money for education, actually, as long as they got a good qualified lecturer and teacher, right? So we are here training, and I'm looking at our students even proceeding to Singapore to work, Brunei, for example, places like UK, Australia. So venture to that position need to further a little bit on the study, is it? That what you mentioned, Sarah. Yeah, because Sarah is studying in UK, and you know.
So there are another certificate in their own country in early childhood education. So
how about the overseas then studying early childhood and coming back to Malaysia? Is Malaysia government need to let them go through some courses as well, or we'll just accept, because you are like yourself is like University City Birmingham, right? So when you get your degree and come back to Malaysia, automatically you can work here.
We can apply for it. If you want
apply for it.
to work with the
so
government.
not a problem, right? Because at the same time,
GPA recognize I mean the degree from UK and so on. GPA, I mean.
It can be seen. It can be seen that they recognize. That is why we can apply. What do we say? Apply it online. We can apply it online. So we can go through that.
Do you foresee that the government will going to tighten up the early childhood education in Malaysia, where all the operators and
Mhm.
teachers need to be qualified?
Yeah, exactly. It's like this century they are really looking forward to have a qualified teachers, prepared teachers in the school setting, because they
So
should
for
have
those who are
the
listening
yeah.
now, when they study, there is about 2 years before they graduate. So if they make a decision now, then by the time 2 years when they graduate, when the government impose a stricter procedure, then they will be digging a gold mine down, right?
Yeah.
That's how I look at it. When someone
Yeah.
enroll in the program, they have to have the future foresight to see what is the trend. And we can see the trend now is everybody so focused on early childhood education, especially developing in developed world. We are developing, moving towards developed world, and things will get more interesting, and people investing in education and all this. Yeah. So for those listener out there, if you found this is one of your options, please come on board and talk to us a little bit more. We have our people here.
Yes, and please send in all the
Let me pass it
questions.
back to you. Yeah.
Yes, and please share and like this video, guys. And I can get the questions coming in. We still have time. We'll get the speakers to answer y'all. All right, Miss Sarah, Mr. Hafiz, or Dr. Chong, I'd just like to ask y'all. So we know that UCSI College offers the Diploma in Early Childhood Education. Now, what are your point of view? Do you think students here in Malaysia, do you think they should stop at diploma or go on to degree, master's, PhD? What do y'all suggest?
All right. So there are different cases. Okay, some of the students, they would feel like I'm going to do my diploma. I'm going to open up my own preschool and set up my business.
So with
Yeah, why
diploma,
not?
you can open your own business.
Yes, exactly.
Okay.
Right.
All right.
And
sure.
after they are like opening up their school, then they will feel like, yeah, I need to learn more. I need to know more about early childhood. So they further their studies. So different scenario that the students are having. But yeah, they also have like some of the students, they continue straight away after diploma, straight away get a degree, and straight away with the masters and PhD. So it depends, but it will be good. Okay, the more knowledge you have, the better the early childhood education would be. And as we know that in a Western country, the preschool teachers itself is having their own PhD. So it's so inspiring. So it's quite a role model for us in this developing country to have that kind of vision, to have very qualified teachers. Why not?
Yeah, I think I mean, from Sarah's point of view, I do see that this career is a long-term endeavor, and as our country grows, teachers may not just have a diploma; should have a degree, should have a master's, should have a PhD, and then we are growing our society to a more learned society, and yeah. You say that it's important to start young, and that's how teachers should be prepared. It's a long way. So those students who are listening now, I think what you are having this career is it won't stop. It will still continue until we are very, very, very senior.
True. True that.
A lot of opportunity as well. Besides that, I want to comment on the early childhood education. Besides being just early childhood education, I have a young family as well. Early childhood center not only provide education, actually it provide a childcare as well, because as family, husband and wife, sometimes they are required to work. Both of them required to work, and they need support. So it's not about early childhood education. It's just a family support for the 8 hours when they are working to earn a living, and that time when that which is not the official learning time, early childhood education provider is vital.
Exactly.
Yeah,
True.
to provide that kind of support.
let me share you a scenario, okay, where it happens in one daycare center in Kuala Lumpur, where most of the parents, sometimes they do have outstations and they don't have place to let the children stay. The grandmother is not there, not around and whatnot. So the school accept to have the kids to be around in the school, like to be taken care of for about 2 weeks. And yeah, that
Wow,
is
the
so
early hotel.
amazing. Yeah. They, of course, they need to pay more. Like one night is 200 ringgit, but the
Oh,
parents wouldn't mind to pay because they really need that care. And
Yeah,
yeah,
I think it's
yeah.
also a trust. Eh? The early
yeah.
childhood education have to build trust with parents, and when the
Mm,
trust is there, and they will let the children to be there as well. Yeah,
mhm,
it's fantastic.
yeah.
Actually, much needed services actually, but it have to be handled by professional,
Yeah.
trained, and passionate. Safety. I think you teach safety as well. One of the very
True.
important syllabus. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes. Yes. Okay. Thank you so much,
Mhm.
everyone. Okay. Next question, Miss Sarah, Dr. Chong, and Mr. Hafiz. Um, okay. If one were to pursue the diploma in early childhood education, right?
Mhm. Mhm.
What are the other pathways other than a childhood educator?
Right. So maybe Mr. Hafiz can elaborate.
Yes, Mr. Hafiz, are you with us? Yeah.
Yes. Okay. Again, Roshini?
Yeah, it's a little bit more louder.
Yes. Okay. Right. So right now,
It's best if you use the microphone, the earbud,
I'm using
then you'll be
earphone. Okay, I'm using the
earphone.
microphone. Yes, I don't know
Yeah, you
why.
have to speak to the microphone because you have to ship it to your near to your
Okay,
voice.
okay, okay.
Yeah.
All
So
right.
Roshini, again.
Okay.
Okay.
What I was asking is, if one were to pursue the diploma in early childhood
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm,
education,
mm-hmm,
what are the other pathways other than a childhood educator?
mm-hmm. Okay. For me personally, I maybe I can share my experience. Okay,
Yeah,
during my
sure.
study last, I think 10 years ago, during 2003. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
my first degree in early childhood education. Can you imagine, guys? Okay, because we have for our batch we have 60 students, but can you imagine how many male and female? The population there.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay,
Majority
okay.
will be female.
The ratio is that you know only five of men instead of 60. Can you imagine? Okay, maybe so first thing come into mind, it doesn't matter as long as this is knowledge for my family. Okay, I think this is for my family, the way I can nurture my children. Okay, I'm not thinking during that time I'm going to be a lecturer in early childhood educations, but I think
Mm-hmm.
it doesn't matter because I think this knowledge is personally for my family, so that I know how to nurture my family, how I can educate my children. That's it. During first thing. First, I think if you're not interested to operate your own kindergarten, this knowledge you can apply in your life because the demand is there, right now. Because we want because we are dealing with a human being. Okay, how to build the nature. Okay, the generation, the young generation. So you not necessary to open your own kindergarten, no problem, because you want to
Yeah.
operate, you want to educate your children. Okay, during that
Yes.
time.
Yes.
Okay, I think it doesn't matter. But later on, believe me, later on you have to believe in yourself that in these fields is not talking about because right now I think perception out there, the people perception when they're talking about religion, Allah, religion is Allah, and end up with a kindergarten. No. So after I'm thinking that we can come up with the research how to build. Now we're talking about the nation, okay, the young generation, how to build. We're talking about our country, how to build the educated person, okay, educated
Yeah. Yeah.
children's right now. So the first point, remember, this field is not necessary for you to open your own kindergarten, but personally for yourself, how do you build your own kindergarten? Later on, you will get, getting married, right?
Yeah.
Okay, and then you will have your own children. So, okay, you cannot let go everything to the center. So yourself,
It's true.
okay, okay. Remember,
We
like,
just let go 24 hours just now.
yes. Can you feel right now? Sometimes it's like myself. Sometimes you can be a monster, a tiger, a lion, right?
Yep,
We are
yep.
really 24 hours. So so at least why not you can come up with it, take it the positive one. Okay, the behavior you learn about.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
no wonder when we're talking about early childhood, it's about the characteristic. Sometimes active,
Yeah.
passive, imitative, and then
Mhm.
important curiosity. Can you active? Okay, so you
Yeah.
cannot let go. For me, this is not talking about the level of kindergarten. No. Even you have PhD, you can be housewife. Okay, in early childhood because
Mhm.
you are super mom. Okay, super
Yeah.
everything because you are expert, right? So this is
Yeah.
we are talking about the nurture, how to nurture children, how to become to educate our young generation. Okay, that's it.
Mhm. Okay. Anything to add, Miss Sarah and Miss Dr. Chong?
Yeah.
No, it's good conclusion as well.
Yeah,
Yeah, Sarah.
not only becoming an early childhood educator, we can
Mhm.
also deal with the special needs children. Yeah, if
Yeah, that was my next question
Mm.
actually.
yeah,
Yeah.
because we are having learning disabilities in young children subjects. So yeah, they do know some theories and how to deal with the special needs children, and not
Yes,
to
yes.
mention they can only be child psychologists if they continue their degree and masters in psychology. So they would,
Also,
yeah, they
even
will also
after
be.
a degree, they can become a child psychologist
Uh, yeah, after the degree program, at
after
least.
degree,
Yeah,
at
yeah.
least.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay, sure. Sure. Thank you so much, Miss Sarah.
yeah, sure.
Guys, to all our viewers, you can get the questions coming in. Yeah, please like and share this video with everyone. And
Mm-hmm.
yeah, we'll go on with some of the questions
Mm-hmm.
now. Okay, our diploma in early childhood education, right?
Yeah.
Can students work overseas upon graduation with the diploma certificate?
Yeah, just as what I told you previously, at least to take their postgraduate certificate in education at their own country.
Okay,
Yeah, then they would be able to work overseas. Yeah,
postgrad, so masters
yeah,
at least.
it's like a permit. Yeah, to
Mm.
be able to teach at their country. Yeah, something like that. Okay.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay. Just a small concern. This is what I get from parents and also students. So any one of y'all can answer. Okay, the salary for diploma graduates, it's said to be low. What is your take on this? What would you suggest students to do then?
I think we should think of another positive side of working with the young children.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes the preschool setting only works until half an hour time, like half a day. So yeah, that would be more beneficial for the teachers because I can see that more teachers are creative now. They are having another extra classes at home, like tuition at home.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't feel it is a burdening things for the teachers because yeah, it's okay because it is understandable that becoming a preschool teacher is not having a high wages. So teachers should
Yeah.
understand that. Yeah.
Yeah, I think I want to add on that. Yeah.
Yes.
There's two things about education and getting a little bit richer.
Yeah.
Um, if someone want to be richer, perhaps you start to think about a business. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
that's why
Yeah.
this program allow you to venture into operating your own business. But
Mm.
there are also people who say that if you want to be in entrepreneurial and businesses, just be aware that the failure rate is as high as 85%.
Mm-hmm.
So
Mm-hmm.
out of 10
Mm-hmm.
people who venture into business, most probably it may not go as well, as good as they predicted. And the other way is being a professional. Professional like Sarah and Hafiz, they are professionals in their own field. Now, to being professional is also like a business. We have to build from day one, slowly, until people trust us and we have something to share, some knowledge that is our own, and then the salary will progress. The things that we learn in school, most of it are some of the generic and common knowledge. Then, with that common knowledge, I don't think people will give us a lot of wages on that. We have to develop based on experience. It's like a business. If we start to open a business, just everyone sells nasi lemak, you also sell some nasi lemak. It's a standard nasi lemak. So why should I pay you more for your standard nasi lemak? I will pay you more when you're in tasty, nicer, at the correct location. So it's the same thing. So a lot of things to think of when someone ends their diploma. And I don't want to go too long on this, but then just to give a few words here, earning a diploma is just a start. Okay. And depends on how you use your knowledge. Should you stop at diploma? It is also your decision. You may stop and you can be successful. And you can proceed and be successful as well. What do you do with it? Someone who have PhD but still remain the same. Okay, why?
True. Okay, thank you, Dr. Chong. Now, one last question before we end the forum. And guys, you all can get the questions in. We'll ask the speakers to answer y'all, yeah? All right. While waiting for the viewers, I have one last question from my side. What are the best advices for future early childhood educators or students who are going to take this program with UCSI College?
All right, so let's get right into it. All right, so the future teachers, okay, should be willing to go to the children's level. Okay, so we should willing to get involved in games and things that they like to do. Okay, so we should build rapport and relationship between the young children. Okay, sometimes we don't even know on how to play basketball. We don't even know on how to play soccer. But when dealing with the young children, we should go to their level, play together with them. Okay, and things that are not normally done by the teachers. Okay, we should be looking forward to do that together with the young children. Okay, and the most important thing is to try to involve the parents in whatever we are doing with the children as much as we can. So that is the best advice, I would say. And obviously, to become a teacher, you should have your passion. Okay, so you should be very, very patient, not only passion, but patient towards the young children. So I think that would be the best advices. So, maybe
Mr. Hafiz, how about you?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. For the conclusion, so I like to emphasize on this. I got this quote. I'm always keep sharing with my student. Okay, they said that the greatest barriers to educational transformation are not technological or financial. So they are mental. Here, on here.
Yeah, well
you need to ask yourself, you want or not, willing or not. If you're willing, just proceed. Because I'm always keep encourage my student. I said, if you have, for example, diploma not enough, you need to further your study. Okay, you need to further your study. It's not for the salary, but for yourself, for the knowledge itself. Because right now we are talking about how to build generation. Okay, in Malaysia, we want to build the Malaysian. We are not talking about the any individuals, but we are talking about the Malaysia. We want to build to grow our country, so we need at least minimum degree in early childhood education, at least. So diploma, first step. Okay, first step for you to go further. Okay, first step for you to go further. So this is the right platform. I can suggest that UCSI is the best because they have everything, opportunities, because they have their own lab, right? They have their own CDC and so on. So everything is support, and then we have degree in UCSI uni. So everything will support. You know the step two already. But the first step you need to just enter UCSI college first. So later on you can see your path
True that.
pathway. Okay. Okay. Thank
All
you.
right. Thank you, Mr. Hafiz. Dr. Chong, you like to say anything?
Yeah, I think they have said it all.
Yeah.
Quite well,
Okay.
well done.
Okay. Since we don't have any questions from the floor, I'll be ending today's forum. Thank you so much, Dr. Chong, Ms. Sarah, and Mr. Hafiz for joining in us today.
Yes.
And thank you to all the viewers who are with us until now for the 1 hour. Please tune in tomorrow, and we are going to talk about business tomorrow. Yeah, and how to grow your career prospects. So I'll see you all tomorrow, and I hope everyone has a good day. Goodbye, everyone.
Bye.
Thank
Take
you.
care.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Thanks, Hafiz.
So much.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Okay, Dr. Chong, Sarah, Roshni.
All right.
you,
Hold on,
everyone.
Hafiz.
Right,
Yeah.
thank you so
All right.
much.
Yeah.
All
Have
right.
a nice day.
All right.